Hello everyone. Let's study an important part of the lighting system, and that is the controls. We'll start out talking about some lighting controls concepts. What are they? Why do we need them? And some of the design factors you need to think about and take into consideration. Then move into a discussion of the specific equipment needed for your control system. Getting started at the beginning, what are lighting controls? They are mechanisms to regulate a lighting system. And what do we use them for? Well, we use them for convenience, for flexibility, and for economy. So for convenience, it is more convenient to turn on, for example, all of the lights in a room with one switch rather than to go to each luminaire and control it separately. All right. Also, we like to control layers of lighting with individual switches, all right, or controls, rather than remembering, okay, I would like to turn on the ambient light now only. I don't need this task light over here, so I should turn on these three luminaires. Okay. Also, controls are good for remote operation. It's much more convenient as you step into the room to touch the light switch that is next to the door than to wander through a dark space and attempt to find the control maybe mounted on the luminaire. So flexibility, we use controls to adjust the mood or atmosphere of a room, dimming and dusk turning or dusk tuning sometimes. Um, and you can set scenes with your lighting controls. Economy, by adjusting the light output with dimming or stepped controls, or simply being able to turn things on and off, you can reduce energy consumption and extend the lamp life. Let's talk about some of the considerations you need to keep in mind when doing your lighting control design. And they are, what effect do you want to see in the light? What input do you want to go to your control? And what linkage do you want among your different controls? Let's talk about each of these in specific. So controls can have basically two effects on your lights. They can turn them on and off, which really offers only one light setting, or they can be variable controls. And those variable controls can be stepped, maybe 2 or 3 settings where they have preset amounts, okay? Or they can be continually adjustable, and you might know this as a dimmer. You slide a control up and down. Controls have inputs. The one you might be the most familiar with is a manual input control, like a switch. You have to physically touch the switch to control it. They can also be automatic. This could be an occupancy sensor or a timer. Those are automatic operations. Or they could be hybrid. For example, is a garage door opener. All right, it was a manual control for the garage door, but then it automatically turns on the light. Let's talk about possible linkages between your controls. All right. Now, most of the controls that you might be familiar with in your own home are probably standalone. These are individually controlled circuits. All right. There's no linkage in between them. But as you get to more complex projects, larger buildings, more technology, you can be talking about networked operation, in which case you have a microprocessor, it's a computer, all right, which monitors, adjusts, and regulates lighting within a building. All right, everybody, now you know what lighting controls are, why we use them, and some of the design considerations to keep in mind as you start your lighting design. Thanks, everyone.